Okay. Now we've got, let me hide the chat. It's so hard to do this on the phone. No, doesn't want to hide. That's fine. We can still see what's there. Oops. Let me get it.
Like a battery pack or something?
Yeah, there's a little battery just in case. There we go.
Do they need to see my hand the entire time? Or?
Yeah, so we'll move it over here in a second. Okay, welcome to the stream. Numero Arrow is here to pilot Jacqueline. Woo! And I am going to be piloting Sister Mary, and I'm going to turn on Discord real quick to let everybody know that it's starting. Okay. And we will. Oh, I need to get a. Let's go to Twitch real quick. Not Twitter. And get a link so I can put it in the channel. Of course, it's not logged in. And Aaron, if you want to go ahead and check the viewing area real quick,
Okay.
we may have to pull the. Just let me know what needs to be in.
I can't tell with the chat if it.
I think it's probably over to here, isn't it? It's hard to see.
It's hard. Oh, there we go. I got it. I got
Okay.
rid of it. Okay, yeah. So I can see up to your glass. So
Okay, great. Perfect.
So like from here to the glass.
Okay, so then we'll move yours interior to the board, I guess.
Yeah.
And then,
We'll put this up here for right now.
yeah. Looks like everything is working correctly. That's us on the thing.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna do it this way.
my channel.
Do they need to be able to see the axe and stuff? Because it ends kind of like right here.
Yeah, we'll bring the act and everything down to where it's in. Yeah,
Okay.
because we'll utilize this space down here to make sure for the all the other stuff.
I gotcha.
Why is there not a share option? Oh, there it is. Share to Discord. Post. All right. There we go. And it looks like everything's working. So, and we did a share to. Perfect. Look at that. All right. I'll leave this off to the side in case anybody in Discord says anything. Because we are not really monitoring the chat in Twitch. And we should be good to go. So actually, I'll stand while while we do all of our stuff. So we've got Sister Mary and we've got Jacqueline Fine. Jacqueline is going to be our lead investigator today. I'm going to walk through the scenario setup real quick to make sure I do it correctly. We have a lot of story that I'm not going to worry about reading. And there's an important decision to be made as to whether we choose to void or to accept or reject our fate. And I believe that Jacqueline thinks this is bullshit.
Yes, my spider sense is tingling, and it says no.
It says no.
So we're rejecting this.
All right, rejecting of fate means intro 3, which puts 2 elder things into the basket, into the chaos bag. We'll move these over here. Also, let's make sure. Okay, so that is it. So we have 2 elder things added to the bag. Setup wise, we have our encounter cards. I'll do those real quick since they are in the setup. We have a net mason sitting up there at the top waiting to engage. We have our witches. We have Annette's Coven, City of Sin. We have Witchcraft right there. And we have everyone's favorite Ancient Evils.
Yes.
Striking Fear, another one of everyone's favorites. Yeah. And up there at the top, sitting, waiting patiently, we have some Dark Young, as well as we have the Piper. Those are out of play at the moment. And we also have the Arkham Woods locations sitting off to the side for when they become part of the play. So we'll shuffle that here in a second.
Do we go and shuffle it?
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah. And so now we have.
Camera, like, is this all?
If you want to, yeah.
So you can see how bad my shuffling skills are. That's what people can comment on. They'll be like, Aaron, you need some assistance and training.
Well, I'll give it a second judge. After you.
I'm not going to be working in Vegas anytime soon, so I'll be fine.
So we also have our Witch Haunted Woods locations here in play, and we will have, we're following the FAQ, which means there are 5 to be put in play. So we'll roll dice for those real quick. Yeah, perfect. And actually, let's get those tokens out of the way. I believe, yeah, so we have, we're on standard difficulty, so we have a +1. We have 2 zeros.
Okay, +1.
Yep.
2 zeros.
We have 2 -1s and 2 -2s.
Got it.
And we have a 3 and a 4, -3 and a 4.
Yep.
2 skulls, and of course the elder sign and the tentacle. And Mary is going to be adding some blessings to the bag as part of her setup. So she gets, during setup, add 2 blessings to the chaos bag. So we are in setup, so there you go. Here is the chaos bag if you want to load that up.
So soft.
Then after that, we will put our Witch Haunted Woods locations into play. So we have 7 total. So we'll start with a D8 as a way to get those done rapidly. So we'll take 1 starting at the top, yeah, and then, yeah, exactly. So we have, this will be to Aaron 2. Then we have, now we have 6 locations remaining, so we can switch to a D6 that apparently is in a different container. So we'll do a D12. So we get location 2, 4, 6, 8 to me. And then we have 5 locations remaining, so now we'll do a D10 to Aaron. 1, 3, 5. Now we have a D4. I played a wizard all the time, so I always have D4s. 2 goes to me. And finally, or not finally, we have 2 more left. We have 1 more to do, yes. 1 more to do between those 3, so I'll just do D4. 1, 2, 3. We'll just re-roll on a 4, re-roll. And we get location 1.
Got it.
Those get
That's
placed
Totally.
out of the game.
Got it.
So Mary has 2 locations in front of her, and Jacqueline has 3 locations. We'll check on the camera here in a second. There's 8 doom on the doom clock. There are 4 clues required. We'll go ahead and bring this guy down. We also have to assign these beautiful little things. So what we'll do is we'll roll a d4. Aaron, would you like to roll? And you'll take 1, 2, or 3, 4. So you'll get haunted or the 13th vision. You get 13th vision, I get haunted.
Sounds about appropriate for her. Oh wait, that's your.
Yeah, you'll get your copy.
Sorry, I don't have fancy sleeves like Dan,
So I'll put
this
that
is my
here.
copy. Here.
All right, so now that goes through that. Mary has her bonded cards up here. I'm going to bring Mary down a little bit closer so she's easier to see. Leave the round sequence. We'll sit that down here so we have it just in case we get confused, which happens every once in a while. What else? We have, all right, we are lost and separated, so we are going to be choosing a location to start at, and we will go through the process of showing the cards in our decks, and then we'll go ahead and start, and then we'll both provide the Arkham DB list as well. So I'll start with Mary. Mary has 6 skills: take the initiative, overpower, and promise of power. Mary has lots of assets here. Get all those assets. Olive. Mary is taking the 35 Winchester, 1 copy of True Grit, 2 of Enchanted Blade, the Hallowed Mirror, 2 Sixth Senses, the Rite of Seeking ×2, and of course Olive McBride. From an event perspective, Mary has Deny Existence, Scene of the Crime, Premonition, 1 copy of Second Wind, 1 copy of Emergency Cash, 1 copy of Spectral Razor, 1 copy of Prepared for the Worst, 2 of Hand of Fate, and of course we have our favorite cards, the Guardian Angel, Crisis of Fate, and Haunted. There you go. That is a tour of Sister Mary. Aaron?
Let's see here. So Jacqueline is light on skills. She's got 4 of them. Just the prescient and guts. Assets, pretty heavy. Sixth Sense, Chthonian Stone, Rite of Seeking, Ineffable Truth, Ritual Candles, Azure Flame, Arcane Studies, Alchemical Transmutation, a Sword Cane, which actually I'm very excited to play. I'm looking forward to this one. 2 Crystal Pendants, some Robes of Endless Night, Familiar Spirit, Scrying Mirror, 2 of those, some Clairvoyance, Drawn to the Flame, Uncage the Soul, and some Deny Existence, as well as, oh sorry, those are events now, I apologize. Okay, I messed up. Alright, so events, Drawn to the Flame, Uncage the Soul, Deny Existence, Ward of Protection, Emergency Cash, Voice of Ra, 2 copies of that, Astral Travel, and then her signature weakness and signature card, as well as her new wonderful weakness that she just got. Okay.
So we will shuffle up our cards very, very well since they've been so thoroughly organized in order to show them off. And then we'll give one more final run through of the encounter deck to make sure there aren't any bad things on top. And we will get started with our investigation. And I'll do a quick camera check here again to make sure everything is looking good.
And we just start in one of these?
Yes, we choose one that we want to start in. Of course, they're random. They are all connected to each other. We'll go ahead and read the agenda and the act to make sure that we're doing everything correctly. And we'll do a quick overview of our token, of the tokens that are in the bag, which of course there are only 2.
feel like as I bend these, like people are like having like an inner scream. They're
It's
like, they're like
Some people are, some people aren't.
Okay, like-
Cards are meant to be played with.
save them. Right back.
Yes. So let's go ahead and
Draw our 5.
we want to draw our 5 first, and then we'll choose where we're starting because we don't want the mulligan to be influenced by our starting location.
Okay.
So it sounds like it's getting a little windy outside. I'm gonna do a quick check of the camera. This looks pretty darn good, I think. Everything is in screen. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go over here and bring our out of play cards and put them up here. And then I'll give a quick more zhuzh to this. Since it was also very thoroughly to put together, I don't want like 3 racked in a row.
Or ancient evils in a row.
Or ancient. Let's skip to the real bad one. Right?
I mean, it's happened.
That is true.
Actually, I don't know that I've ever had 3 in a row. I've had
We've
2 in a row.
We
I've had
definitely
2 in a row.
had 2.
I was like, this is stupid.
Well, I mean, when you play 3-player, having 2 in a row is not that crazy. All right. Okay, I'm gonna draw my opening hand, I think.
So you draw your opening hand and then just show and then say what you're gonna mulligan.
Yep.
All right. So there's my weakness that just automatically just gets out of there.
Yep, I got a weakness as well, so I redraw. So I have Scene of the Crime, 35 Winchester, Emergency Cash, take the initiative and deny existence. I'm gonna keep the Winchester and I'm gonna keep Scene of the Crime. And I think because I am hard, I really want, yes, I really want. So there are 3 new cards. My 3 new cards are take the initiative, overpower, and premonition. So it's not a bad draw.
So I mean, you go through what you drew and like talk to them. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, I got my weakness, so that's automatically out. I've got my signature, so that's good. And then I've got some 2 deny existence as well as a prescient. I think I'm gonna mulligan those 3. I really want some clue stuff, so I'm gonna keep just the Arbiter of Fates
Mm-hmm.
and then draw 4 more.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, and 4. So I've got Ritual Candles, a Ward of Protection, Voice of Ra, and a Rite of Seeking. So
Perfect.
I'm very happy with Rite of Seeking. And I'm going to shuffle these back in. Ooh.
I'm gonna move this encounter deck back over here and put Mary's draw deck right there. Mary's got 3 bonded cards sitting to the side. They're sitting up here. For the Witching Hour, we have -1s for skulls. For each point you fail by, discard the top card of the encounter deck. And for Elder Things, -3. If you fail, choose an exhausted or damaged witch at your location. Which enemy, which means, of course, not Olive.
Mm-hmm.
At your location or at a connecting location, and ready that enemy and heal all damage from it. I'm gonna put that right there. I'm gonna adjust my. There we go. I'm gonna put my wine up here so that it's further away from the cards. All right, I think we are good to go.
So you put up here like what's in your hand.
Yeah, and I'm going to check and make sure everything is in view of the camera. We have more space, so we can push to the right because there's a bit of space on the right in case you run out of room.
Okay.
But we can, if you don't mind pulling yours in just
Like
a
this?
little bit.
Like
Yeah,
that?
that'll be good.
Does this need to be?
Yeah, just like in view. Yeah, right there. That's good. Yeah. Cool. Look at that. Jacqueline, move her there. That's perfect.
Okay.
Everything's in view. We got lots of space down here as well. So, okay, we're gonna go ahead and start. Premonition and overpower. Take the initiative. Scene of the crime and the Winchester. I'm going to choose to start here. Horse. After any number of clues are discovered from this location, each investigator at this location must discard an equal number of cards at random from his or her hand. Victory 1 and has 2 clues. Which are you going to choose?
I'm going to start with my rightmost, which is the lonely tree. So sad.
One clue?
One clue. Well, 2 clues. Is it
Oh,
per
2, yes. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I was playing solo
Okay.
earlier. This one has 4 clues.
You cannot investigate while you have 3 to 5 cards in hand. As a one action, you can choose and discard 1 card from your hand and then investigate a different witch haunted woods draws 1 card, or vice versa. So.
That's interesting. Okay. That's where we are. We're ready to go with our investigation. I'm going to do, at minimum, put out my 35 Winchester. And then I don't know how useful I'm going to be since I did not get my good cluing. I want to possibly reserve scene of the crime until I actually have a baddie on me to use it to buy the extra clues. So I may move to another location, or you choose and discard a card from your hand. Oh yeah, because you have to have 3 to 5 cards.
I'm probably going to try to knock out my cards. I'll probably end up at the end of this round with
Less than 3.
3.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe.
Well, do you want to go ahead with your first?
Yeah, sure.
And then I'll follow up.
Well, I'm first going to pay for my Arbiter of Fates. I'm excited that I drew that. I feel like whenever I play Fancy Investigators, I never get their signature cards very often. So that allows me to use her ability a second time, and does not count towards limit. So you
Nice.
exhaust it. So it's 1 action. Second action is I'm going to actually play Voice of Ra. So gain 1 resource. Reveal 3 random tokens from the Chaos bag. However, I'm going to go ahead and do her ability and exhaust this. So this is like my free one.
Mm-hmm.
To reveal 5 tokens. Right? And then I still pick only 3 of them to resolve.
Yeah, because you get to resolve. You get 2 additionals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is my first time really seeing Jacqueline in person.
So 1, 2. Oh my gosh. 4. Come on, just 1 more. Oh, boo. Okay. I did not get very many symbols. I got 1. So that would give me. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter what I pick here.
Yeah.
So I'll just get 2 additional resources. So that would give me 3. That. So that paid for that card. Discard up here.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm going to put out Rite of Speaking for 4. With 3 charges. Oh, I guess I'll pay for it up here. 4 and then put 3 charges on there. So that was 3 actions. So
And Jacqueline goes dark.
Yep. Sorry. I guess it's hard to see that part.
Sorry?
I guess it was hard to see like what my it's actually in play.
We can move. Well, we can always move stuff up into here.
I gotcha.
Yeah. So
We can do that.
you're more cramped than I am, so we can
I got it.
do it that way.
We're good.
All right, my turn. Sister Mary is going to take the gun that she took from the convent and put it into play. So she pays 4. I'll put those 4 on the Winchester, and I get an additional 1. So 5 bullets total. And Sister Mary has the Winchester in play.
Oh, this is the first.
Yeah. That is action 1. I don't think I'm going to come back to this location. I'm going to have to. So I think I'm going to go ahead and move to the Witch Haunted Woods for my second, the other one that I'm connected to. Yeah. Oh, we forgot to read these.
Oh, I
by the way.
apologize.
I forgot to as well. So locations in front of you are connected to one another. You cannot enter locations in front of other investigators, and we may choose at the end of the round to advance this act if we have 4 clues between us. On the side of the agenda, we have lots of flavor text and an 8 doom threshold. This location also has 4 clues. 1, 2, 3, and 4. It has a much friendlier shroud from Mary. When the last clue is discovered from this location, spawn the topmost enemy in the encounter deck. Discard. If there are none, discard cards until you find one. So that's when the last is found. Yes. So right now we're doing okay. We will draw cards, and once I find all 4 of these clues. All right. Moving on. That was 1 to play, 2 to move, 3, and I think Mary is going to just go ahead and do a test at 2 versus 1.
Investigate?
Investigate,
Okay.
yes. So,
Searching for clues in the, what is it, a treehouse?
yes. So 2 versus 1, I get a blessing. So draw another card, draw another token, and we get the other blessing.
Oh
Well, I wish I had done this at the other location. And we get a skull, which is -1, so that's plus 3 total, which is a success. Those 2 blessings go back in there, and this guy goes back in here. And that is the last action. So Mary's got a clue, and that is the end of the investigation. Let's move on to the upkeep. There are no enemies, so we get everybody gets to unexhaust cards and money. So I get prepared for the worst.
I've got guts.
And Mary will react at the end of the round to add a blessing token to the bag. Moving on to the mythos, we get Doom. So we have 1 out of 8 Doom, and we get encounter cards. Would you like to lead investigator? Take the first card.
Oh my gosh, it's bedeviled.
Bedeviled.
Put bedeviled into your play area. You cannot trigger action abilities on cards you control.
Yep.
Test heads. If you succeed, discard.
Or have the exhausted witch.
Okay.
I got rotting remains, so I test 3 heads. Each point you fail by, take horror. I don't think I am going to do anything about this. I'm going to test it as is. So Mary is 4 versus 3. 4 versus 3.
Oh.
Mary pulls the blessing.
Oh my gosh. She's like, I know what I did.
Mary pulls another token and gets a -1. So that is a big succeed for Mary, except for the fact that the blessing goes away. So that's the way it goes. But I didn't lose any sanity. That's great. It's interesting. It's playing different. This is already playing different. Because when I played earlier, the bag was full of blessings, and I couldn't draw a single one.
Do you have anything that puts the curses in or not?
Yes, I have cards that will cause curses.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the power. Yeah, the new Innsmouth card.
Okay.
It gives you +4 to your skill test. Okay, that is. We're back to the investigation. Oh, we survived the mythos. Kind of like America just survived the mythos.
True story.
True story. Okay, what would you like to do,
I mean, I need to get rid of my hex and then probably investigate.
Yeah, because you need to be able to use Rite of Seeking.
Yeah. So I'll probably go ahead. I'll probably go and go if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to test my heads, and it's a test of 3. I'm gonna do base 5 plus I'm gonna commit guts, so that'll be a 7. 7 versus 3.
Okay. -2. That's a success.
So that goes.
No longer bedeviled up there.
I discard, and I draw a card because of guts.
Yep.
Oh,
13 vision.
Okay. They fail ties during skill tests.
That's right.
Okay. Well, so if it's in my threat area, it's not considered part of my hand, right?
That's right.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and investigate here. Choose and discard. Okay, so you can't investigate while you have 3 and 5. I've only got 2.
2, yeah.
So I'm gonna go investigate this using my right of speaking. And so I'm going to spend a charge here to use my head instead of books. So that's a base 5 versus 2.
Yep.
And I'm going to use my ability, exhaust this to use my ability.
Yep.
Okay. So I would draw 3.
Wow.
Okay.
Which one do you want to cancel?
So if I cancel that one, but this one's a -3. 3? Okay. Well, a tie would fail, so
Mhm.
I have to I'm gonna take the elder sign.
You have to cancel. You have to
Okay.
cancel one of them, right? Or
Cancel 2.
cancel 2.
2 non auto fail tokens.
Okay.
So I can cancel both of these. So I draw
You get the
a
elder.
Delta sign.
Yeah.
So I get a +1, but that's okay. So if you succeed, which I did, and I get additional clues, so I get both of those clues. Oops. Okay.
And then
If I drew none of the other ones I put back, so they don't consider it as drawn.
they're not considered revealed.
Yeah.
Because they're canceled.
Yes.
Okay.
So that part, the lose all remaining actions doesn't happen. So this goes back in. So that's all done. Okay. That was my second action.
Yeah.
My third action is to move. Just move. I guess you can move the other one, but
Anyone, yeah.
I am at the Tainted Well. Investigators at other witch haunted woods locations can commit 1 card to each skill test performed at this location, and vice versa. So I can commit skill cards to you now?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe that's correct.
Not that I have any in my
Yeah.
hand currently.
So 2 clues.
Oh, 2 clues.
Yep.
It's very light on clues up here on the side of the woods.
Yeah, mine. I got the heavy ones, of course. Give the one that, and of course I didn't get the cards I need. Maybe I'll draw into. What I need. We may have to advance the act instead of the strategy that we were going to take.
That's fine. Well, I'm glad that I'm getting 2 clues and then just moving on.
Yeah.
This
Yeah. We just need you to just get as much as possible. I can always use seeing the crime. And that is you've gone dark.
Yeah, I'm dark. I'm done.
Okay. Mary's turn. Mary's looking for cards. In fact, I think I may draw a card for my first action. I would really like to get right of sanctification. That helps me pay for stuff when there's stuff in the bag. Interesting. So right of sanctification, and I have 2 actions remaining. Mary has. I think what we'll do. I'd hate to use premonition for this. So let's do 2 versus 1. I'm not really happy with 2 versus 1, especially with no blessings in the bag. However, I also, you know what? I think I may commit prepared for the worst. to make it, I'm going to go with 3 versus 1. I'll commit prepared for the worst since I have my Winchester. Oh, that's not the discard pile.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine.
Is that your? Oh, that's
my
bonded.
bonded cards.
Okay.
So there's Mary's discard pile.
Oops, sorry.
So now we are at +1. We are at 3 versus 1 for Mary. 3 versus 1. And she gets the
-3.
elder thing. If you fail, they're choose an exhausted or damaged, which there are none. So we put that back in the bag. That is a fail. And for her last action, Mary is going to try
Mary.
this again. 2 versus 1.
Ouch. I don't have any skill tests. I don't have any skill things I can commit to your.
Right. 2 versus 1. Mary gets a
0.
0, so she gets a clue. Good job, Mary. So Mary gets one more clue. So we're now at 4 clues total. So we do have enough to advance, but we're going to continue to push forward at least until maybe Jacqueline finds those 2 clues there at the well. Then we're going to have to advance, I think, but it's okay. I think that's okay. So Mary's exhausted, and we move on. There are no enemies, so we move to the upkeep. Unexhaust your cards, and cards and money. Big Janet Blade, very nice.
Crystal Pendulum.
And money. Looks like we're gonna need more of these. Put some of these in there. There we go. All right. Mary reacts, puts a thing in the bag that Jacqueline, I guess, is gonna find.
I don't know. You've been finding them.
That's right.
She's like, I know where I put that.
That's and we'll go ahead to the Mythos phase. We get Doom and Badness.
Badness. Diabolic Voices. Test 3 heads. For each point you fail by, discard a random card from your hand. For each card you cannot discard, take 1 horror or 1 damage. It gets +1 difficulty for each copy of Diabolic Voices, which is not, there's not any in the discard currently. So 3 heads. I'm at a 5 right now, 5 versus 3. I'm gonna go ahead and do my ability, but with a 5 versus 3. I guess I can go ahead and just exhaust this.
Yep.
And then, so I'm going to draw 3 chaos tokens. 1, 2, and 3.
There you go.
Okay. I guess it really doesn't. I just
You don't get an advantage for canceling the Elder Sign, do you?
I do. I draw a card if I cancel it. So let's say I resolve the -1, so that would be a 4 versus 3. So
Still win.
So still win.
Yep.
And it wouldn't be a tie. So
That's right.
I'm going to cancel that, and if this effect is canceled or ignored, draw a card.
Yep.
So I'm drawing a card, which is a skill.
All right, there you go. And I'll get my card. Centuries of Secrets. Test 5 heads. For each point fail by, discard top card of the encounter deck. If a curse is discarded by this effect, deal 1 direct damage to your investigator. So I'm going to go ahead with that and as it is. So she is at 4 versus 5.
So I can commit skill cards if you want to plus up as a head.
I think it doesn't matter because I'm only taking 1 damage.
Okay.
But maybe that'll come back to bite me.
Because so this one is if I predict what you draw, then I could get the Voice of Ra back into my hand.
Okay, well let's do that. So so you can use investigators at other Witch Haunted Woods locations can commit 1 card to each skill test performed at this location and vice versa. So we can commit because you're at that location, so you're going to commit prescient. So I'm at 5 versus 5.
And I have to say whether it's even, odd, or symbol that you're going to draw.
All right.
I don't know. I'm gonna say symbol.
All right.
So you get a plus 1 head.
5 versus 5.
Symbol.
Symbol it is. I get a -1, so I have to draw 1 card if it's a curse. Do you mind if you discard?
Oh,
So
sorry, what?
Just discard 1 card from the top of the encounter type. We
It's
get
a hex.
racked. It's a hex. If a curse is discarded, so that did not happen. So thank you very much for helping me out.
I can return a spell card from your discard pile to your hand.
All right.
So the Voice of Ra is back in my hand.
There you go.
That was cool.
I like that.
I did too. I was like,
Jacqueline is fun.
interesting.
All right. That's the end of the mythos. Time for some investigating. So let's go with. Do you want to continue, or do you want me to have a look? See.
I guess let me ask this question. I mean, how important is it that I get rid of this?
I don't know. The longer it's out, the more likely it is to proc. But it's
But
also
2 actions.
2 actions. Yeah. You could use your 2 actions and then use Rite of Seeking in that location,
Yeah.
and then pick up both of those clues. That would be a good turn, I think.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna ignore this for right now.
Okay.
I am gonna go ahead and spend 2. Oh, sorry. Am I gonna go?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's see how you do.
Do you know what you're doing or no?
I mean, I'm gonna probably draw another card, and because I'd like to find
Something for clues.
something that helps me with clues.
Okay. Well, I'm going to spend 2 to put out my crystal pendulum. So I get a +1 to heads, or so willpower, and then after a skill test at your location begins, exhaust it. Name a number. If that test succeeds by that number or fails by that number, draw a card.
Yep.
So she's getting her predictions on. Let's see here. I am going to 1 action. Second action is to perform Rite of Seeking. So investigate this location. So I'm going to spend a charge there. So I investigate using my head instead of books. And I am going to use my base ability, because I already used this one for the
Yep.
I guess mythos, is that right?
Yep.
So I'm going to use, so I draw 3 tokens. And it's 5 versus 3. Oh, and I'm going to exhaust my crystal pendulum to say, we'll say 1.
Okay.
I'm sure that there's probably better statistics out there, but I'm just going to 5 versus.
Succeeds or fails by 1.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So 5 versus 3, and I'm going to draw 3. All right. So.
Oh, interesting. So you can actually make this happen.
I could make it fail.
Well,
Right.
5 versus 3.
5 versus 3.
If you cancel those, take that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Then
I
you
gotcha.
succeed by 1.
I gotcha. Yeah. Okay. So I'm canceling those 2. I take the -1. I thought it was a +1.
Yeah.
I was like, what the? So I'm successful. So I discover an additional clue. So I get both of these clues. And then because this was successful, I succeeded by 1. I draw a card. So we get an astral travel.
Oh, interesting.
So that goes back in. So that was, sorry, second action.
That's second action.
My third action, do I want to play anything else here? I think I'll just go and move on. I'm gonna
Yeah. Go to your third location.
See what it looks like. It is an abandoned mine. You cannot investigate this location while you have between 3 and 10 resources. One clue per investigator. As an action, choose an investigator at a different haunted woods. Move up to 3 of your resources to that investigator's resource pool, or vice versa.
There you go. Okay. Well, you're at 1 right now, so
Yeah.
you're good.
Okay.
All right. So it's my turn.
Yep. Oh, sorry, I'm exhausted.
So for Sister Mary's first action, I think we are going to You know what? So I'm gonna play fast card. We're gonna play premonition.
Okay.
Because I think I'd like to know what's gonna happen here. So I get to put premonition into play and reveal a random chaos token. So I'm going to reveal a random chaos token, and that token is an elder thing. Okay. So what I will do is I will commit. I'm going to investigate, and I will take the initiative to the test, which means I will be up +3, which will give me enough to pass, and it's just what it is. So that's enough to pass, and I gain a clue for that test.
Okay.
So that's the first action.
Do we put this back in here?
Yes, please. So premonition and leaves play as well. Next, Mary's second action. Mary is going to. I hate to do this, but I'm just going to go ahead and buy that clue. So I'm going. Oh, I can't because it's the first action. It's required to be a first action. Never mind. Let's see if we can pass. That's another test. So at 2 versus 1, Mary is going to test. 2 versus 1. Mary gets a 0.
Woo!
Mary gets the last clue of that
Go,
location.
Mary.
Mary's working out. I like Mary. I don't know. I've been looking forward to Mary. Okay, so that was action number 2. So now for Mary's last action, she's going to return to the Witch Haunted Woods location that is here, and she goes dark.
I think I'm going to use this little investigator thing to move over when I've used this.
That's a great
if I
idea.
remember. So I'll need to figure out something for the next when I'm not lead.
Yes.
So. Okay.
Well, I can get you some tokens. We can put dice on there as well.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. That's the end of that. There are no enemies still. I never thought I'd say this, but I wish Mary had an enemy right now. So anyway,
Well, I mean,
we'll see what happens.
okay.
Yeah, we could always advance. So we unexhaust all of our cards and go to upkeep. We get cards and money. Cards, Hand of Fate.
Money and card.
Get some cash money.
Got some guts.
And so I'm at 4 resources. You're at 2 resources. We are currently at 8 total clues. So I think we're going to try one more round and then go from there.
Okay.
So we're going to add Doom, and we have a Mythos.
Ancient
Ancient
Evils. Everyone's favorite.
Everyone's favorite. We add Doom. And we have Frozen in Fear. Put Frozen in Fear into your threat area. I hate this damn card. Okay.
Still no
But
enemies.
at least she has a chance, right? She's got heads. Yeah, I know, right? No enemies. That's what it is.
I could just FYI, I still got my ward, but this is first level, so I can't do it for you.
Yeah, you can't do it for
Okay.
me. Yeah, it only works for you.
Okay.
It's okay. Oh, I didn't put a blessing into the daggone bag. Oh well,
True story.
I forgot.
Oh,
Or
well,
maybe I did. I can't remember. I'll have to go check it out.
well, it's the end of the round.
We've already gone through the Mythos.
Oh,
yeah.
gotcha. Okay. Even though I didn't draw anything?
Yeah, that's still technically information.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, all right. Moving on. We have the investigation. Would you like to see? Let's see how far Jacqueline can go. You think, or do you want me to try? I don't really have a good.
I guess I'm not really sure. I mean, if I get those 2, what else am I going to do with my turn?
That's a good point.
Uh,
Well, right now we can't advance the act,
mm.
so we have to.
Well, I got stuff to do. I can put out some ritual candles and maybe
Okay.
get some more resources after I investigate. So.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go and go. That's
Okay.
okay.
And you could also get rid of the 13th vision if you wanted to.
That's true.
Oops.
Alright, well, I'll first start off with my Rite of Seeking, my last charge on it. So, heads instead of books, I'm going to use my special ability. to draw 3. And it is a 5 versus 2 currently. Oh, darn it. I didn't use that, so that's fine. I am 5 versus 2, so I'm going to cancel these 2. And so I've got a -2.
Mm-hmm.
I am successful.
But your 13th vision, it's 5 versus... Oh, 5 versus 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
You're
it's
at...
3.
So you end up at 3 versus 2.
Yeah, this one's a 3, this one's
Yeah,
a 2.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good. So there's that. That goes back in. So I got both the clues there.
Yep. So
Then-
Jacqueline is up to 6 clues.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of this 13th vision. It's just kind of annoying.
Okay.
It makes me nervous. So
I get that.
I am doing my last 2 actions to get rid of it.
Okay. For my very first action, I will buy this clue with scene of the crime. This goes here. So I'm going to buy a clue. There's got 5 clues. Move, fight, or evade each round. I think I'm going to go ahead and test Frozen in Fear because it's just going to become problematic. She's at 4 versus 3. And she does not have any heads to commit at the moment. All right. So Mary is testing at, you know what? I may take second action as draw a card. I think I will. I'll take second action as draw a card.
We don't have any tablets in the bag, right?
No, we don't.
Okay,
No.
good.
I get Olive McBride.
Ooh.
That's interesting. Instead of worrying about Frozen in Fear, I am going to play Olive. I do believe. So for the third action, I will put Olive McBride into play. It's costing 2, and I'm down to 0 resources. And that is my last action.
Well, the Frozen in Fear isn't an action. You're still just tested at the end of your turn.
Oh, that's right. I can't. At the end of your turn.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the other one that you test during
Bedeviled?
the Bedeviled.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I mean.
Frozen in Fear is test at the end of the turn.
Yeah.
At the end of your turn, test 3 heads, and I will take that opportunity since it's the end of my turn, and I will use Olive. So when you would reveal a token, exhaust Olive and reveal 3 tokens instead of 1.
Seems vaguely familiar.
But I don't get to cancel. I don't get. She only cancels 1 of them. So there is 1, 2, and 3 tokens. I will cancel. Choose 2 to resolve and ignore. I will ignore that one. So I gain +1.
Nice.
So that does test my Frozen in Fear. If you don't mind.
Yep.
That goes in there.
Oh. Okay.
You don't want that in your
I don't
deck.
want that in my deck.
All
I
right.
didn't realize I have a plus. I gotta remember I got a +1 head over here.
That's right.
Okay.
All right. So we are moving on. Mary has gone dark. We are. There are still no enemies in play. So let's go ahead and. So we have. Yeah. So this at the end of the round. So let's think about that at the end of the round. Cards and money are first.
Okay. So.
Second wind and money.
And card.
Interesting.
Tempting.
All right. And you got your cash money.
Got my cash money.
All right.
Oh yeah.
You do
sorry.
draw
oh,
your
yeah.
resource,
Yeah,
yeah.
draw my resource. Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
This is my card. That's my cash money card.
That's right.
Not that it helped me that much. But I just envisioned like having like 20 resources or something crazy. So.
Okay, and I will add a blessing to the bag.
Woo! Way to remember.
All right. Mary is no longer dark. And we are in the mythos. And we are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 8.
Oh, well, did we turn into a
Oh, yeah, that's right. So let's go ahead and, before we put that on there, we will advance the act.
Because at the end of the round, we can turn
Yes.
it. Okay.
So at the end of the round, investigators may spend the requisite clues as a group to advance. So we will choose to pay our clues. We owe 4 clues. I'll go ahead and pay all of my clues.
Okay.
That
you
way.
Want me to hold on to them?
Well, maybe we can just do 2 and 2.
Let's
guess.
just do 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
Just in case. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. I can't remember if there's a reason why. As the rain lets up, a dense fog rolls in. Each investigator must randomly choose one of the set-aside Arkham Woods locations and put that into play in front of him or her and immediately move to that location. This effect cannot be canceled. So first of all, let's just go ahead and roll a die because I don't remember what order they're in. But how many are there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So I don't have a D6, so a D12 though. So we have for the lead investigator 1, 2, 3, 4.
This one.
Yep. And for me, now there are 5. We have 1, 2. All right, there we go. So we okay. So let's go back to the card. Put it into play in front of him or her, and immediately move to that location. This cannot be canceled, so we move to our new locations. I end up with the Twisting Paths.
I am on the cliffside.
Oh God, you can't. This is the worst one. Test 3 books. Gotta be kidding me. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, so this has 2 clues.
2 clues as well.
1 and 2. So then, further, each investigator spawns a set-aside goat spawn at his or her location. So do you want to grab those goat spawns, 2 of them? The far side, yeah. 1 for me. This spawns at that location, which of course engages. At the location we just moved to, so they engage.
Okay.
If there are 4 investigators, blah, blah, blah. Each investigator then tests either heads or feet of 3. Each investigator who succeeds exhausts that enemy and disengages from it. So, starting with, of course, the lead investigator, would you like to test heads or feet?
I will do my heads because I'm at 6.
Yes.
So 6, and it's a 3.
6 versus 3.
I'm not going to use my ability. I'm just going to draw.
Do you want to exhaust your pendant or?
Yeah. I will exhaust it.
6 versus 3.
To name a number, I'll just say 1.
Okay. So 5 versus 3?
So that's not true.
Yep.
But
It still pass. So he is exhausted at that location.
And unengaged.
Yes.
Okay.
I have the same test. I am at 4 versus 3.
Are you doing heads?
I have a heads test. I am not too worried about this test. So because I kind of would like to kill it, even though it's a hunter and retaliate. So I'm just going to test at 4 versus 3.
These hunters.
4 versus 3 for Mary. We get a big -3. So -3, but there are no witches in play. Yeah, if you fail, choose an exhausted or damaged witch. There are none. So it's a fail. So that doesn't disengage. Okay.
That's all right. You got
I've got stuff.
Winchester ready to
I have
face off.
the convent Winchester
Hidden under your
under my my habit.
Habit, yeah. As I say, there's probably the habit's the hat, right?
Well, I thought the habit was the whole thing, but maybe
I thought it was just the hat.
Oh, we'll have to investigate now.
It's like Vestments. Is
The
it vestment?
vestments.
Is that,
It could be.
is it vestments? Oh. So, okay, so this is random. I don't know on these are you supposed to be like all serious like in the game or not, but there's
I
a
hope
place.
that they like us.
There's a like a vape place that's called Kicking the Habit. Have you heard
Kicking the
this?
habit.
So I just think it's like nuns
Nuns.
that are walking in there saying like I'm ready to leave.
I'm ready to quit. I'm ready to
go."
quit.
Kicking the habit.
Kicking the habit. There we go. That's
There's a plug for a local place. I mean, that's free advertising here on the
on the
Twitch.
Twitch.
So
I love it. That's
Okay.
funny. Shuffle one of the set-aside copies of Demonic Piping into the encounter deck. Place the other 2 copies in the discard.
So this one,
Demonic Piping, 1 goes in. So I'll go ahead and do the shuffle for you.
there's the one. This one still stays out. But
Yes.
the 2 are in the discard. That's probably not.
So do a little zhuzh here. We don't really want to get that card, but you know, this Arkham. Okay. Cool dear. I mean, you guys sound like you have fun and all, but I'm glad I don't have to score that.
Or what?
He's are the duration of our game.
Oh, because it takes forever. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, but everyone who wanted to gets to choose.
Okay.
So. So we move on to Act 2. Let's put this guy up here. Act 2. Where did Act 4 go? Oh, it's in my head. Act 2A, Witch Hauntings. Locations in front of you are connected to one another. You cannot enter locations in front of other investigators. If a single investigator spends the requisite clues, advance. So we just have to spend a total of 2 clues to advance. So that is our current objective, which we already have those clues available to us, which we can go ahead and push on forward, which will probably be a good thing.
But it's not an action, just at the.
It's a free action
Okay.
objective. If a single investigator spends the requisite clues.
Okay.
I'll put that there just so I can track in case anybody else wants to comment on our game. Wonderful. Okay, so now we are actually in the mythos. That was all just the end of the last round. So we get another doom on the clock, and we have badness. So go ahead, Mr. Lead Investigator.
So diabolic voices, test 3 heads. For each point you fail by, discard 1 random card from your hand. Okay. I am just going to go ahead and test it because it would be a 6 versus 3. So I'm not going to do any special things with it. I'm just going to do a 6 versus 3.
Okay.
Oh wait, it's a +1 difficulty to each copy in here, so it's actually a 4.
That's right, because there's 1 copy of Diabolic Voices
Yeah.
in there. Yep. So 6 versus 4.
So 6 versus 4. I might do something about that.
I wish I could help you.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my ability to draw 3. So I'm still gonna do 6 versus 4, but I'm gonna draw 3.
Wow.
Okay. So I'm gonna pick this one.
So technically, you would draw
Oh,
another
I draw
for,
another
the
one for the
blessing,
blessing.
just so
Okay.
you know what the token is.
Okay. So that goes with the blessing.
Yes, that goes with the blessing.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna cancel these 2. I'm canceling this one.
Yep. Mm-hmm,
So I draw a card.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then otherwise this is
So yep,
fine, so nothing
it's a
happens.
pass,
It's a
and
pass.
everything goes back in the bag because you canceled.
And I got another ward.
All right. Okay. That was yours. Mine is Dissonant Voices. We'll just set that right there.
What's our max hand limit? I don't think I've ever gotten one.
8, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't usually play a lot of big hand seekers. We do 8. We have a
No.
tendency to play other.
2, 4,
Other
5,
decks.
6. I'm at 7. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, 8 cards.
Okay.
We haven't played a Seeker like that since Arsenal.
I need to start using my wards.
Cannot play assets or events. That's fine. This is fine.
I can't remember if I took a card at the end of the round, the last round. Did we?
I thought we did. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I did. I don't remember. It's fine.
Well, we went through that whole thing with the hack.
It's fine.
All right, we're into the investigation phase. So, at this point, I think that we should go ahead and advance the act again,
Okay.
so it gives us some more options on what's going on. We already have victory point wise. We already have 1, 2, 3, 4 on the table at the moment, which is nice. So one of us has to spend 2 clues. I can spend my 2 clues, you think? Or do you want to spend 2 clues?
I have no preference. Does it mean like is it my action?
It does not take an action. It's just an objective,
But
right?
it would have to be during my turn. So
If a single investigator spends the requisite clues, advance. I don't think technically, I can't remember, but
I guess it doesn't matter.
either way. Well, why don't we...
I mean,
I know what my actions are going to be, because my
Okay.
actions are going to be to deal with all this stuff over here.
Okay.
So why don't I take my turn first?
Sure.
And then with that, we can spend those 2 clues. So we'll spend, if a single investigator spends the clues, so if you want to spend your clues, we can advance the act, but it'll be during my turn.
Okay. So I'm spending 2 clues to advance the act.
We scour the woods for answers. For the remainder of the scenario, investigators may now enter locations in front of other investigators.
Oh, we can enter?
Yes, we
Okay.
can. And
Okay.
now, Paths into Twilight, Act 3. Locations in front of you are connected to one another. So these are still in front of me, but we can now utilize the pathways to go towards each other. Right?
Okay.
So that's where we are. That requires 6 clues. Between us, we only need 1 more clue. So why don't I go ahead and, I'm going to take my turn, which is dealing with this goat spawn. So with Mary, I am going to attack the goat spawn with the Winchester.
Shoot it in the face.
Shoot him in the face. So that is fight. I gain +2, and if I end up positive, that's the new Winchester. Then I get to draw another card. In fact, just because this is what I hate about taboo, is not because I hate taboo, but because it's not on the card, and I'm prone to making errors if something is not on a card.
So the Winchester's been tabooed?
The Winchester is positively tabooed.
Okay. Oh, okay.
This card's ability now reads, spend 1 ammo, fight. You get +2 for this attack. If a chaos token with a non-negative is revealed, this attack deals +2 damage. So I will, when you would reveal a chaos token, exhaust olive, I will exhaust olive and draw 3 tokens. So I've spent 1, and in fact, because I really want this to succeed, I am going to commit overpower. So that gives me +2. So Mary is at 5. She's also +2 fists, which is 7 total. She's going to exhaust Olive McBride and reveal 3 tokens. At 7 versus 3.
Non-negative modifier.
1, 2, and 3. So we get a blessing, which is draws into another blessing. and a -2. All right, so I get to ignore one of these draws. Let me do the math real quick. I bet everyone loves the fact that we're playing 2 investigators that play token bag
Yay!
manipulation. All right, so if I ignore this, I end up with a -3 total, and I was already at 7 versus 3. So I could actually do that. A +1 is actually revealed. So, because I just need to have if a chaos token with a non-negative is revealed, which it is, then I gain that benefit. So I will ignore these tokens and use this token. And so I end up, or these 2, and I end up with a -3, which is 4 versus 3 at the end of the day.
Very nice.
I like that.
I'd say that was a very effective Winchester.
Yes, I will thank Mother Superior for letting me use her gun. So the goat spawn goes away. Forced, when a goat spawn is defeated, each investigator at this location takes a horror, so I take 1 horror damage.
He's like bleeding to death.
That's right.
Like he's like, that's disturbing.
That's right. It was horrible. I can't believe I just did that.
I think it was actually really impressive.
I've been around goats before. Okay, so now we go on. That was my very first action. Wow, that went real well because I did 3 damage. So my next 2 actions, here's my dilemma, is moving away from this location. I have to have a pretty good books test to get out of here. Now, if you fail, cancel the effects of the move. So I have to go 2 versus 3, and I don't have books to commit other than 1. So for that reason, I think I may draw a card. I think now is as good a time as ever to draw a card. So I will draw a card. Promise of Power. I like that. Okay, so we have Promise of Power. That was my second action. For my third action, I would like to GTFO. I think that might be the best option for Mary. The connection locations here are the.
Guess any of these, because they're all.
So technically, these are all. Yeah, these are all. Well, these are technically still in front of us, and so they're all technically attached to each other.
So locations in front of us are attached to, so we still can't move between each
We
other.
can move between each others. We can use these pathways to move between each others. So do you have a?
No.
We don't have a pathway.
No. So how do we? I guess we would.
The Witch Haunted Woods are connected.
Okay. Okay.
See, they're connected to each other, so you can move between those, but not between the Arkham Woods locations.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I think that's what it looks like. Yeah.
Well, so this is going to be a problem for investigating for me, because it's investigating using your feet instead of.
Yeah, this is the problem. I need enough to get out of here, and I need enough to actually investigate this location. We just need one more clue, but that investigates with feet.
Yeah.
And you're also in a situation where that goat spawn is going to become a problem.
I mean, I'm going to get out of the way, but.
Okay. Well, for my last action, one thing I could do is I could just use Promise of Power to try to brute force this thing.
I mean, I haven't used my own ability. I can try to do that, get 1 clue here, and then move away at the end of my turn to advance that.
Because I would like to get out of this location.
Okay.
Well, and I hate to draw a card, but it's a head. I don't know that I'm going to play Rite of Sanctification in this game, so I could use that book. You know what? dice.
Mm.
I may want to draw a card. I could draw into a weakness, but that's the way it goes.
I mean, you got to get out of there anyways, no matter what, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean,
'Cause
this one of these isn't going to force you out of there, is it?
I don't think so. But the thing is, we'd like to try to get another victory point here as well.
I gotcha.
That's the thing.
I mean, I would say if you go ahead and try to commit it to get out, I mean, you're going to need to do that anyways at some point.
Yeah. So I'm going to attempt to move, which means I do a books test. I'm going to use Promise of Power, which gives me 6 versus 3. And in fact, I think I will commit Rite of Sanctification, which gives me 7 versus 3, because there is a -4, and getting away from this location is a very good thing. So I'm at 7 versus 4 on my move, and I'm going to attempt to move back to the hermit's house.
This one? Yeah.
It's a -1, and I didn't fail, right?
Yep.
So that is a success. Oh, wait. I think I may have done that wrong, because I think Promise of Power, after you commit Promise of Power to a skill test, add this token to the bag.
Oh, a curse?
Yeah, so I should have added that curse first. Shoot, that's an error.
Okay.
So
when
I'm going to put the curse in the bag. That is an error, and I'll just let the scorer know.
So, well, like, you can't just cancel what you just did.
No,
Like, you just draw it again.
I guess we could. I'll do a redraw, right?
Like, so, like, we realized our error.
Yeah.
We're going to do a redraw.
So we're going to take the test again. 7 versus 4. 7 versus 3, sorry. 7 versus 3.
Nope.
-4, that's a success.
Okay.
So we're good to go. So
Okay.
I have moved back to the hermit, and we are moving on. Okay, so now that's the end of my turn. Go ahead, Jacqueline.
Okay. I'm going to try to get one clue here. I'm going to
At
try.
the end of the round.
What's this one do? Move, relocation. Okay. I'm gonna try to get a clue here at the cliffside, and it uses feet instead of the skill indicated by the investigation attempt. Okay.
That's
so,
right, because you don't have any. Yeah.
So my base is 2. I'm gonna commit
Astral travel
for a 3rd. So a 3. I'm gonna use my ability. So it is a 3 versus 2, and I am drawing 3. Okay, so this bless, I draw another one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I am going to cancel these 2.
And just
so
take the 0. Mm-hmm.
So I get 1 clue. So
All right.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and turn in those clues. Do we want to go ahead and advance it?
I think we should. So
Okay.
we've turned in the remainder of our clues.
So I've got 3.
3, and I've got 3.
Okay. To advance.
Advance this. The witch's circle is revealed. Revelation, put the witch's circle into play in the center of the play area in front of none of the investigators. The lead investigator spawns to set aside Annette Mason, who's sitting up there at the witch's circle. So we'll put the witch's circle right there. And Annette Mason is there. Forced, after the enemy phase begins, move each ready unengaged witch once toward the witch's circle. This has a total of 6 clues. And Annette Mason reads, retaliate. She has 4 fight and 4 evade. She has a total of 8 hit points. Force, after the enemy phase begins, discard the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. Spawn each witch discarded by this effect at Annette Mason's location. If no enemies are discarded by this effect, ready Annette.
Okay. So there's our 6 clues on the witch's circle.
6 clues at the circle. The circle is connected to the witch haunted woods locations. Yeah.
So all those.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, no.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Okay, never mind.
So it is up to us to figure out what we want to do now.
I mean, I do have 2 actions remaining, so.
That's right. So we have a circle unbroken.
Okay.
Locations in front of you are connected to one another. If a net mason is defeated, advance. If there are no clues on the witch's circle, advance.
Okay.
Excuse me. So you have a couple of actions left.
I'm definitely moving out of here. I don't think I want to go to the witch's circle yet. After the enemy phase begins, discard the top 3 cards, spawning to which. Okay.
Yeah. I remember this gets really hairy.
No. At a net mason's location.
Yeah. So they spawn at the circle.
So, question. No, that's probably stupid. I don't want to do that. I am. What do I want to do? Sorry. I'm going to move regardless. I'm going to move up to the Tainted Well. So that way I can commit cards for you if you're up here.
That's
so I can
right.
help you. So that's my second action. My third action, I'm debating about either getting more resources or putting out my ritual candles.
It'd be nice if you have shriveling in there?
Uh,
No, you have the other one.
I've got the Azure Flame.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to do the ritual candles, or I could put out the stone and.
So we're going to be testing 3 shrouds. So if we try up here, exhausting a net is going to be nearly impossible, I think. She does, I don't know. I've got a Winchester, and I've got my enchanted blade, and I've got ways of canceling attacks.
Okay. Are we gonna go to the fighty mode? Because I don't have anything for cluing yet.
I don't have any cluing. I'm definitely ready to go towards a fighty stance.
Okay. Well, how about knowing that? But I want to cancel. Sorry. I'm going to go ahead and do my resource. Get some resources, knowing that maybe next time I can put out the stone to seal something.
Yeah.
And then, but I still have to do some warding.
Yeah.
Of things I get. So okay, I'm gonna do my Voice of Ra. I've already done my special stuff, so I'm just gonna reveal 3 tokens outright. I'm not doing more than 3.
Yeah.
So. But I'm not gonna get 1 resource for this, so that's 1. And then for each, reveal 3.
Just 1.
So I just draw another one. That's because of the bless.
Reveal 3 random tokens.
Or I guess not.
That's a revelation. Like when you reveal the token, it's
okay. But I guess this doesn't count for those, so I just would get 2 extra resources. Like I don't draw another one because of this, because it's not a test for like a.
It's still a revelation. If you had drawn a reveal another token.
Oh, okay. So this is telling me to reveal another one.
That's a good question. I think you're just reveal. Yeah, you just reveal 3.
Yeah. So I just get 2 more resources because I got that skull.
All right.
Got all these resources. So that's done. That was from the prescient. I can't say that word. Prescient.
Yes.
Prescient. Okay. That was my spell I got back. So okay. And that was my last action. So
Sister Mary's already exhausted, so
okay.
We move on to the enemy phase. There are no enemies that are actually
there's this one.
hunters.
He's gonna wake up.
Yeah, we have she just says retaliate. So you and I go back to our light side, and he wakes up, and we
Money and cards.
get money and cards. Guardian Angel. That's nice.
My robes of endless night.
Money. Okay.
Money and cards.
Unexhaust your cards.
Exhaust these.
And now we're on to the Mythos. Get another Doom. So we're at 6 out of 8. And we get cards.
Oh wait. Enemy phase. Don't we?
Oh,
do
yeah.
this? Don't we do her?
Oh yeah, we have to do her. Yep.
After
And
the
I need to add a
enemy
blessing.
Discard the top 3 cards in the encounter deck. Spawn each wish enemy at her location. So 3. 1, 2, and 3. There.
So
is a
we
witch.
do a witch. Yes, we get a Coven Initiate at that location. Revelation, discard the top 2 cards of the encounter. If this effect causes the deck to run out, which it will not do.
So
Yeah, just
sorry.
top 2 cards.
Discard. So
Yes.
1 and then 2.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. This is going to get rough.
Here.
That's what it is.
Here.
Well, Dissonant Voices is no longer in play. All right.
So then we added Doom. We're at
Yes.
6 of 8. So
Yes.
we're good there. And
Yes.
so now we're doing.
Now we do the encounters.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. It
Oh,
is
no.
a humanoid witch. So I guess she spawns.
She
just at
spawns
my
on you, yeah. Now
return.
we're getting the witches.
Priestess of the Coven gets +1 fight and +1 evade for each witch enemy in the encounter discard pile.
Which I think there are none.
There's 1.
Oh,
'Cause
there
we
is?
discarded 1. We did
Oh, that's
one.
right. That's right.
Yeah, there's just 1 right now. Okay. So she's a 3/3.
Okay.
When the encounter deck runs out of cards, she readies and attacks each vesture at its location.
Frozen in fear.
I wish I had gotten that. I was hoping to cancel things.
Of course, I don't have any cancels. All right. That's where we are. So moving on, we have we may have to help each other out.
So the first time you perform one of the following,
Move, fight, evade.
it costs initial action. Okay. I mean,
What do you want to do about that priestess?
I like if you can run shoot it in the face like you
I
did that
can-
goat.
I can move and I can shoot it, but I cannot engage it. So I can shoot it while it's engaged with you, which can be problematic if I hit you. But I will be at your location, which means I think your abilities start to kick
Yeah.
in.
I can, because his investigator would reveal, so an investigator your location.
Yeah.
So,
So do you want me to come over
yeah,
and do that?
yeah, that'd
All
be great.
right, here we go. So, Witch Haunted Woods to Witch Haunted Woods. So I do that. That costs 2 actions. For my final action,
So
I'm going to shoot the witch in the face.
Do you want to draw more than 1?
I think that using Arbiter of Fates is probably a good idea in this
Okay.
case.
So you draw 2 additional tokens.
So I draw 3
You're not
total.
using all of those, right?
So I think that just using Arbiter of Fates is probably.
Okay. 1 second. I'm also going to go ahead and do my crystal pendulum.
Okay.
And I'm going to say 1.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so we're drawing 3 total.
3 total.
You know what?
What?
Why wouldn't I exhaust Olive? You know what? I will. Okay, so first of all, the order is this is where it gets really
Oh
fun.
no.
So-
I'm so sorry for person scoring.
So we have, first of all, we're gonna draw 3.
3.
So I'm gonna draw 1, draw 2, and then when you would reveal a chaos token, exhaust Olive and reveal 3 tokens. So what I will do is on the third token, I will exhaust Olive and use that
Oh my gosh.
as that draw.
Okay.
So we are going to take our first token, which is that. Our second token
So I can cancel that one
by itself.
by itself.
Our second token is a -2. And our third, I should put this.
Do you have to exhaust her when you're pulling your third?
Well, so my third is an exhaust.
Okay.
So in fact, I think it may be okay. This is where it gets, so we've gotten, draw 3 tokens. To the last token, given this information,
So like it's.
I should have taken this.
Okay. So like, what's your base on your fight?
I am at 3, I'm at 5 total, 5 versus 3, or
Okay.
5 versus 2.
Okay.
Um,
Actually, it's versus 3 right now because it's there's 1 in the.
Oh,
in-
discard.
in-
5 versus 3.
Yeah.
So 5 versus 3 total. So I'm at. So I will have to take whatever is drawn next. And right now I'm passing with this. So I will exhaust Olive for the third draw. So this is draw 2 tokens that count as the third draw. It also doesn't help me with the Winchester.
Ugh,
So there are 2 tokens. Oh my god.
that's awful.
And so that is no matter what we do, this is a bad situation, except it didn't proc the plus extra damage.
You mean?
Wait, I have to draw a third one. Sorry, with Olive. Which is, that's brilliant. I love it. Oh wait, let's draw another one.
Oh no. This is just
fun.
I think this like
A blessing.
This is like blew up in your face.
Another blessing.
What the? I'm confused now.
So I drew.
I mean, these
right.
cancel each other out, I guess, right now.
Well, hold on. This is all chained together.
Bless.
Oops. Fell.
There it is.
There it is. So that props there. Right. So, okay. So I think, so you get to cancel.
Choosing cancel 2 non or 1.
I think we should just take that.
I can cancel that.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Take that as the result. So cancel 2. We need to cancel all this.
Okay.
Because then it just does 1 damage to you. Then it just does when. So if you cancel this, if you cancel these 2 draws,
Okay.
then it just does 1 damage to you.
What do you mean 1 damage to me?
Because I miss.
Oh, the shotgun?
The shotgun hits you.
And then she's also retaliate. Does that mean she does damage to me?
Yes.
Okay.
So you get hit.
Ow.
But that's better than if this is allowed to proc, then it does more damage.
And I still get hit.
Yes.
Well, that was just awful. So wait.
So that was all canceled.
So, but those blessings go out, right?
No, these are all canceled.
Oh, those are cancels because we're just taking out.
Yeah.
Okay. Ow.
That whole chain cancels.
That hurt.
I'm sorry, Aaron.
It's fine. So that was your turn, right?
That was my whole turn. What a mess. I should have played the Guardian Angel. Well, I can play her next turn.
Well, what to do?
Oh, I don't have the money yet. Next turn, I've got Hand of Fate. So,
Well, she's engaged with me, so I have to try to run away. So, I mean, but I don't want to move down there either. So once I run away from her, what am I going to do?
I think we're going to have to stick around here, but
I mean, this is going to move up and attack us too.
I'll take that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to try to run away from this priestess. Okay. And so I'm using my ability for this.
Okay.
So I'm going to reveal 3, and it's a 2 versus 2. I don't think I have any. Oh, I've got my robes. Yeah, I'm going to use my robes. To make it a 3 versus 2.
Okay.
You disagree with this?
No, I think that's a good idea.
Okay. I mean, I guess I could use a ward.
Because she is going to hit you for 2 more hits.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 3 versus 2.
Yeah.
3 versus 2, and then I'm drawing 3 tokens. 1, 2, and 3. All right, I'm gonna cancel these 2, so it's a -1. I'm glad I did the endless night. So I am tied, and I exhaust her. My next action is to spend 3 to seal something. I'm gonna seal an elder thing, I think.
Okay. Go grab it.
I think that's useful, right?
Mm-hmm. At the moment, it is.
That is sealed.
Getting anything that's negative out.
Okay. So that was run away, play this. One, two, I guess I could go ahead and put out my ritual candles. maybe.
They technically help.
What else am I gonna do? So she's gonna wake up though and attack one of us. She's gonna.
She's going to wake up, and then I'll take her.
Oh, she won't attack on her turn.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one's gonna attack.
That one's going to come and get us. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely not gonna move down there.
Not yet.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and play my ritual candles.
I think that might actually be a pretty good idea because it give you some bonuses.
So I got my stone and my candles. In one hand is my stone, the other one is my candles. Oh, and I got my pendulum.
That's right.
I'm glad this isn't a hand. This is like an accessory, so it's around my neck. Okay. That was my turn. That was
Yes. All right. So we go dark. We move to the enemy phase. The goat spawn moves up. I will take that, which does 1 damage to me.
Thank you.
Then we have the upkeep phase. We unexhaust the priestess. I think it's a good idea for me to take this as well.
I'm good with this.
I can cancel stuff. This. Oh, I need to test my.
Well, I guess let me ask this.
End of the turn. I never test this. I need to test Frozen in Fear. Sorry. Go ahead.
I mean,
So-
is it better for you to start using these bullets down here on her if we're gonna do the fighty stuff? You know, like if you don't take those,
But you can't take both of these.
well, if I took her, not both. You took this one, and then for the damage, right?
Oh, okay.
And then I take her, then I can just try to keep running away from her, and you can use your bullets down here on her and this thing. I don't know. I guess, I mean, I definitely am not set up for clues, so I don't know. I guess I can go either way.
I think maybe since we have a little bit of space,
Okay.
we can keep fighting.
Okay.
I do have my enchanted blade to put out,
Okay. Okay.
and I do have second wind available as well.
Okay. I'm fine with you taking in these then. I'm more than fine with this.
All right, so I'm going to test Frozen in Fear.
So the enemy phase begins. We should do this, right?
That's the enemy phase begins. That's right.
Okay. So.
Well, so technically, Frozen in Fear is at the end of my turn. So I should
Okay, so go ahead and do that.
tested this. So it's at 4. I'm at 4 versus 3, and I don't.
What do you
I
need?
got 5.
Is it heads?
4 versus 3 heads.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna commit guts.
All right, so we'll make it 6 versus 3,
Right?
and all of it's still technically exhausted. 6 versus 3, minus 2. 6 versus 3. 0. That's a success.
Ooh, I draw a card.
This goes away, and the 0 goes back in the bag. Okay, and Frozen in Fear is gone. Thank you for your commit. Now we are at the Annette Mason step.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after it begins, discard the top 3 cards. 1,
Racked,
2,
Dissonant Voices, and Demonic Piping. That's just discarded.
Just discarded. Okay.
So no witches were revealed, and so she readies, and that's it.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know why I'm ready to fight these guys. We still have more to do. Cards and money.
Is that the end of the enemy phase?
That's the end of the enemy phase.
So we're on upkeep. Okay.
Yeah. Technically everything on exhausts at that point. And we get cards and money.
Card. Oh, it's another crystal pendulum. Okay. We place a doom.
So we're at 7
and 8.
and draw a card.
Draw a card. Come on. This is a
It's a curse.
non-weakness.
Yep.
Treachery. So I'm going to spin. I'm going to use my ward.
Yep.
Fast play and then
Take it
empty
down.
card.
Yeah.
Take
Or
a
down.
card. So I play that, and I take.
One horror.
Yeah. So I cancel it, so it just goes discard. Okay.
Yeah. My turn. Ancient Evils.
Oh
no.
That advances it.
Alright, so we advance the agenda. And we get to Cloaked Figure emerging. Discard all but the last 5 cards from the encounter deck.
Discard
All but the last 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only 5.
Oh, there's another one you dropped.
Oh.
6.
Okay.
So we discard 1 card from the encounter deck. Okay. The investigator with the most cards must draw the topmost witch in the encounter discard pile. So who has the most cards? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Got 3.
So I get the witch.
Topmost.
Topmost witch,
It's a Covenant issue.
which has a revelation effect. Discard the top 2 cards from the encounter deck, and if this causes the deck to, it doesn't.
Does not.
So okay. So now I
Oh
have
my gosh.
I have a lot of enemies now. Go Magic Winchester, the Night Howls, Agenda 2. For Agenda 2, forced at the end of the round, place 1 doom on this agenda for each witch at the circle. This can go fast.
See?
I know. Okay, it's the investigation phase.
Well, wait. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yours is the one that triggered. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the way it works though. Okay, so we have me with enemies and you with no enemies.
But I can help out
Yes.
your
These-
fighting stuff.
This is where things, and we did not add a, or do we add a blessing? Oh my god, I've got to keep track of this shit. It doesn't matter now.
We did not add a blessing because the mythos space, but we didn't draw anything in the mythos space.
That's a good point.
We did not draw anything.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, we're
We added a blessing.
all right. All right, here's where we go. I think we need to start fighting.
So I mean, I can just.
I can get the enchanted blade out.
I mean, my ability can do twice for you.
And I've got olive as well. So I think that this is a good point to use the Winchester. Okay, so I will use a bullet from the Winchester. And I will attack the, probably want to get rid of the Priestess of the Coven. This one first.
Yeah.
She is +1 fight, +1 evade for each witch in the encounter discard.
There's one. I think there's just one right now.
I think there is just one witch.
There is just one witch in the encounter.
Alright, so that's good. Okay, so Priestess of the Coven gets +1.
Sorry, before you draw, I'm gonna do my arbiter.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So thank you. So I don't have any fast cards. So we're gonna use her. She is retaliate.
I'm also gonna use my pendulum. After it's supposed to go. Okay. I'm gonna say 1 again.
Okay. So we're at 1. We go to the draw. So we draw 3.
Are you doing all right at all for this?
I am. I don't think so.
Okay.
So we'll draw 1, 2, and 3. So we get 0, -2, and an elder sign. This is 5 versus 2 test. Sorry, 5 versus 3 test. So if you want to cancel the elder sign, you can.
5 versus 3.
5 versus 3 on the Priestess of the Coven.
What's your elder? If you draw the elder sign, what does it do for you though?
I add a blessing. If you succeed, add a blessing token.
I would say we cancel the other 2 and keep the elder sign, right? What's the benefit?
That's a good point because we need this positive modifier for the gun. So
Okay.
yeah, so we will cancel. We'll keep the elder sign and cancel the -2.
Yeah, fine with that.
So the elder sign puts a blessing into the bag. That is a positive modifier, which means it does 3 damage, and that kills the Priestess of the Coven.
Woo! Beautiful.
Moving on, we will do the goat spawn next.
Do you want to use my ability again?
She doesn't have an effect when she's discarded, does she?
No.
Okay.
No.
I think let's do Arbiter of Fates on the goat spawn, and then we'll use Olive on the Coven Initiate.
Okay, so I used Arbiter of Fates on her. So
Oh,
I'm gonna use
yeah.
my own ability.
Yeah, use yours.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm covering that up to say draw 3.
Okay, so we are going to draw 3. Again, we are at 5 versus. Oh, this is 5 versus 3. So we're drawing 3 tokens. 1 token is a blessing token. So that is followed by a blessing and followed by a -2. So that's the first token. Next token is a 0. And the last token is a -4. I think we should take that draw for sure. Because this gives me this kills it.
That kills it?
Yes. Because
Okay.
it gives
The 0 wouldn't kill
the 0, you have to have a positive modifier.
it? Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
So we get the goat spawn is killed. These disappear from the bag. The -2 goes back in the bag, and we canceled the others. Okay, and so the goat spawn goes away when he
guess
is defeated.
Point of order for that
Yes.
situation. Can we go back for just for
Yeah.
clarification? So you had this and a -2, right?
Yes.
So you drew these 2 first. So is this technically this and then this?
Well, I was saying this is the first token draw, and
Oh,
then
okay.
I'm drawing the sequence for
Okay.
that.
Okay.
And then I did the second token draw, and then if there was a sequence for that.
Okay, so instead of like draw 3 at once, so it's not like you have to draw another one for this one, another one for this one. Makes sense?
I guess that makes sense. From a so that's not Olive. We're using Jacqueline.
Yeah,
for that.
not Jacqueline.
Yeah.
Fine. Sorry. Check. And there you realize I cancels one of the tokens, not 2. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, from. I
Yeah.
can't read the first name.
Kuhirdir. Yeah.
Kurherder. Yes, we're using Jacqueline's ability.
So it cancels 2.
Cancels 2.
Yeah.
So I guess because previously we were saying we would draw 3 and then you draw extra ones.
Yeah, I guess
Does it
I guess does it? I guess technically it.
Is that right? Like,
I'd have to think about it from a statistics perspective. They're all random.
yeah. I mean, I guess
but
as long as you commit
effect,
one way or the other.
Yeah, as long as as long as you're doing it, I think as long as you're doing it saying, I'm going to go in this order, I'm going to do the first one. Okay, the first one has, it changed.
I mean,
the second
honestly,
one, the
if you
third
did
one.
it, it would have been the same thing because you would have had, I guess the difference is you would.
The
you
cancellations is what difference.
Yeah, but you wouldn't, you would have an extra blessing in the bag if you did it the other way.
That's correct.
Meh.
That's correct.
Okay. So,
Well, I will let Scott decide whether or not I did that right.
I don't know.
This is the first time we've played with such a level of complexity in this.
Meh.
So that kills the goat spawn and does 3 damage, but we also both take 1 horror for when the goat spawn leaves.
Oh, that's
Yes.
right. That's fine.
I will put that on all.
At least it's not more damage. Poor Jacqueline.
And now for the 3rd turn,
Yeah.
I
go
will
for it.
attack the Coven Initiate.
Jacqueline is out of this.
Jacqueline
She
is out, and
she
we're
is
going to
committed.
exhaust Olive, and we're going to draw tokens. So we're drawing 3 tokens again, so we're going to do it in the same order. So we get, that is our first token draw, our second token draw, and our third token draw. And in this case, we don't kill the Coven Initiate. This is all gone. We do not kill the Coven Initiate because we did not get a positive, but I still can do 1 damage.
Okay.
So with Olive, we will reveal 3 and choose 2 to resolve. So we will resolve those.
Okay.
So this goes back in the bag. And it does 1 damage to the Coven Initiate. That is a, you know what, I think I'm happy with that result.
Ah. Yeah, I got rid of the other 2. I'm good with that. I wonder if I can, like, do something to the
That's
initiate.
almost exhausting.
I mean, it's only a 2. It's a 2 versus 2. Did I do anything? I wonder if I could do the last damage on her somehow.
Well, it's your turn because I'm dark. Mary has gone dark.
Bless. I mean, I'm definitely not moving down there to the circle.
I don't think it makes sense to move to the circle.
At the end of the round, place 1 doom on this agenda for each which enemy at the sword
Yeah.
circle. So we'll put 2 doom on there.
At least we've gotten rid of, at least we've gotten rid of one of the bad witch and the worst witch in the set. I don't know if you want to find something for fighting. I'm gonna put the enchanted blade out next.
What do I want to do? I guess I'll draw a card
Okay.
and see what happens. So I've got uncage the soul, reduce its cost by 3. It's not really that helpful right now. I'm gonna draw another one. I think. I don't know what else to do. I mean,
Technically, you could engage her, but I also have enough soak right now to not worry about.
Okay. Well, my second action is I'm gonna draw another card. See what
Okay.
it has. Ooh.
There you go.
My sword cane. After it enters place, immediately trigger its
Yeah,
action ability.
it's a fast play too. I love that card. I haven't played it yet, but I love it without having played it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to pay 2 to enter. It's not fast, but it has a action once it immediately enters play. Oh wait, I've got to get rid of one of my things.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is, you want to. Oh, you're going to use it to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. My ritual candles are going away,
Okay.
and putting out my sword cane.
It's not. Oh, it's not fast to play, but you get a reaction to immediately use
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Immediately trigger its action ability. So exhaust it, and then I'm gonna fight, and I use my heads in place of my fist. So, sorry.
So you're 5. So you're fighting at 5.
I'm at 6. Actually, I got
6.
+6.
Wow.
So I'm at 6 versus 2.
6 versus 2. Do you? 6 versus 2 is. I mean, -4 is the worst thing in the bag. So.
Okay. 6 versus 2. To hit this initiate in the head with my cane.
Hit her in the face.
Come on, hit it. -1.
Yes. She is dead.
She is unconscious. Woo!
All right.
Sword cane to the rescue.
I can't believe that.
Woo! Beautiful. Okay, and I'm dark. That was my turn.
Alrighty. Moving on to the enemy phase. Look at that. We fixed our problem. So we're going to go ahead and do a net, which is 2 doom. Is that correct?
Sorry. At the end of the round, so we
Okay.
do a net first.
So a net is the...
yeah, so discard the top
Yes.
3. So 1, 2, and 3.
Hey, we got rid of Ancient Evils.
There's no witch, so they don't go to the.
Nothing happens. Yep.
All right.
Now, okay, that's the enemy phase. And now it's the end of the enemy phase.
Okay.
And we go to upkeep. So cards and money.
Money.
Cards, premonition. Awesome, love that.
Ooh. Well, this isn't really that useful.
It could be useful. Hell, it could be useful when we get to the circle if we want to try to investigate
Get the clues
instead of.
Okay. Hello.
We have an audience in the room now.
Ready, exhausted?
Yeah. Ready our exhausted cards. I didn't get money. I get my. Yeah.
I got money. I got money and cards.
No, I did get money.
I think you did get
Yeah,
money.
I did get money because I had 2. Now I have 3. Yeah.
You're no longer exhausted.
Okay, and now we move on. We have the Mythos phase, right? So the end of the round. This trigger?
Oh yeah. So
At the end of the round, we get 1 doom for each witch. Annette is a witch, so we get 2 doom, and then now Mythos, we add a doom.
Oh. Okay.
This is the beginning of the Mythos.
Okay.
That was
and
the end.
We've got to shuffle this, right? Or no, this card because we're out of encounter.
Oh, we're out of encounters. Yes, time to shuffle. Here, I'll do it if you want.
It's been a while since we've run out of cards in the encounter deck. Nothing else happened, right? We just shuffle it.
Yeah, well, it's the last time we played this game. It was with 4 players,
Yeah.
and so we shuffled through this thing like 3 times.
Okay. And since you got rid of the other one, then the other stuff doesn't happen.
Yeah, so we've hit the end of the deck. There are no end of deck things in play. We got rid of the thing that was going to cause problems, which was that witch. But everything is now, of course, shuffled back in. We'll do a little cut. Okay.
So now we draw a little badness.
Badness,
Okay.
you're in the lead. All right. So,
Curse. Discard the top card of the encounter deck for each person and deal 1 direct damage. Okay, I'm going to do a ward of protection on this. So,
Okay.
to cancel it, so I'm spending 1, and then I take a horror. I'm at 3 horror right now.
all right. I'll draw my badness, and I get Rotting Remains. Test 3 heads. I don't really want to fail this too badly. I've got a little bit of space,
I can give you 2
breathing room.
Because
I think you might want to keep that, just in case you get a good spell that you want to just pop into
I can give
play.
you 1 head. I've already
That would be good. Yeah, that would be really good.
Okay, I'm committing 1.
Committing 1, so that would be 5 versus 3. That's good. I think 5 versus 3 is. Did I add the blessing to the bag?
No.
Blessing in the bag. I need to figure out how to remember that. 5 versus 3.
Maybe. No, you're good. I was like, maybe if you put this like on your card.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I don't know, but
I'll put it on top of my deck.
there you
That
go,
way I
works.
remember.
Yeah, that works.
5 versus 3. We get a blessing token. So still have 5 versus 3. Minus 2. That's a success. The blessing gets removed from the bag.
Okay. So you didn't need my pendant.
I did not need it, but I appreciate the commit.
It's fine.
Moving on, we have. All right, it's time to do an investigation. We have no enemies in play, so now is the time for. I think it's time to get ready to go after Annette.
Okay.
Right? I need to get a weapon out. So I can play Enchanted Blade. And then you've got the Sword Cane.
Yeah, but I exhaust it, so it's like I can do like 1 hit. Like it's like a quick tap.
Well, it's still 1 damage and not 0, right? And you get to hit with heads.
Yeah, sure.
So why don't I go first and get? Let me say. So we're gonna play the Enchanted Blade, and we're gonna play. I think I want to play the Guardian Angel.
Does this get discarded immediately, or
It does not go out of play
Okay.
unless until I
Play
take it
that.
out and get rid of
Okay.
it. Yeah. Yeah, I think. Oh damn. Yeah. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do I think we need to kind of do a little setup and see if we can get in there and rock. Well, I guess. Yeah, I have to for sure. I have to play this. It cost me 3. Yeah, this is the way it goes. I don't have a lot of resources, but it's just the way it goes.
I mean, I guess my only argument with maybe going first would be I could see if I get either a fighty spell or a cluey spell, and I could see what I'm gonna end up.
Okay, well let's do
Does that
that
make
then.
sense?
Yeah, because I know what I'm gonna play because I want to play Enchanted Blade. It's gonna run me out of money. Then I can do emergency cash to do something. But
I
then
think I only have the one right.
I do have this guy, the Hand of Fate, which helps me with attacks, dodging. But I'm also worried that I'm going to run into my weakness. We have 5 blessings in the bag right now, so it'll hit me a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna draw a card.
Okay.
I'm going. So
Yes.
I'm gonna draw a card.
Ah.
Arcane Studies. I'm gonna draw another card. Evade. Deal 1 damage to the evaded enemy. Okay.
That helps us investigate the circle
Yeah. Well, I mean, it helps us do damage down
and damage, yeah, because we can evade her and actually investigate the circle now.
Okay. So I'm going to.
Yep.
Uncage the soul to put this out.
That's your last.
That's my
Turn.
last action. Yep.
Okay. From my first action, I will pay 3 and play the Enchanted Blade, which causes the Winchester to be discarded. That has 3 charges. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, this has 3 charges on it.
And now we will go with. I'm gonna play emergency cash. I hate that to play emergency cash, but I think what's best is that I can get other stuff out. So emergency cash, which gives me 3 resources. For my last action, I will play my Guardian Angel, which gives me some health, and I have 1 resource remaining from all that.
Okay. So you didn't draw anything. I didn't draw anything.
Yep.
Okay.
That's it.
So it is the enemy.
It is the enemy phase. So we do a nets thing.
So discard the top 3.
1, 2, and 3. Okay.
Okay.
And now we are in upkeep, cards and money. I get 6th Sense, which doesn't. Well. Oh, there you go.
Well, boo.
I know. I get my resource. And that is the end of that. So we go to the end of the phase, right? So we get a token in the bag, and that is the end of the turn. And we do the forced effect up here, which is +2 doom. And I was going to suggest that we take a rapid or quick bio break,
Okay.
and we'll come back momentarily.
Do we pause this or?
We don't have to pause it because
Okay.
I can. The scorer can just fast forward to when we're back.
Do we have like a little message? Is this like this
Yeah,
is-
here's what we'll do. We'll put
We're on
this. We'll
pause.
put that right there.
This is pause.
That way you know that it's paused,
Okay.
and we'll come back in a moment.
Yeah.
I shall return.
Okay.
And we are back from our quick little bio break. Okay, we are at the beginning of the phase, which means we add doom.
Okay.
So now we are at a total of 6 doom. This is going to be a close one, I do believe.
Badness?
Yeah, badness. One's for you and one's for me.
Diabolic voices. 3 heads. Is there another diabolic voices in here? No.
Okay.
So it's just the 3 heads. It is. I am at a 6 versus 3. I'm not going to use my special ability for this. I'm just going to do a 6 versus 3. Blessing. Do I draw another?
Yep.
Okay.
So 6 versus 3 plus 2 minus 3.
Okay. So this goes out. Sorry, this is discarded. This goes back in.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. My turn.
All right. Badness for me is demonic piping.
Uh-oh.
It's a surge. So if it's in play, deal 1 horror. Otherwise, put demonic piping into play next to the agenda. If there are 3 copies, discard them. So this goes into this goes onto the agenda. Yep. All right. Oh, it's surge.
Oh, surge, yeah. Incredibles.
Oh my god.
7?
Yeah, we're gonna have to get in there and fight because we're gonna run into the wall. I think that's what it is, right? I think it's time to move in. The question is,
Do you want me to go first and evade them both?
yeah, I think that would be really, I think that would be a really good thing to do.
Oh. Let me do that. It is my turn. Or it is our turn, right? It's investigator phase. Okay. So I'm moving down. These both engage with me automatically,
That's right.
but I'm not gonna move them right now. I'm just gonna see if I can run away from them. So I'm gonna use my ineffable truth, which is unique to, well, this is in her special deck stuff. So I'm gonna spend a charge. I'm going to first evade from the Coven Initiate. So I use my heads instead of feet, so I am at 6 versus 2. Okay, yeah, 6 versus 2. And I'm going to.
I can't help you because I'm not there.
That's fine. I'm going to use my Arbiter Fates. Yes. 6 versus 2. Use my Arbiter. So I draw 3 tokens.
Okay.
One of which is a blessing, so I would do another one there. Okay. If you succeed, deal 1 damage to the evaded enemy. Okay, but if it's a elder thing, an elder sign, a +1 or a 0, token is revealed during this evasion attempt, lose 1 resource. So if I take this, I would lose a resource. If I take this, the blessing's out of the bag, but I wouldn't lose a resource.
Mm-hmm.
Meh. I'm just gonna take this and lose a resource.
Okay.
I'm fine with that. That way it keeps the blessing in the bag. So I canceled the others.
Okay.
So she's evaded, and we put a damage on her.
Like that.
Okay. My next action is to evade
Annette?
Annette. It was moved down, so this is my third action.
Yeah.
I'm going to evade her for that, and I'm going to use this as well. I'm going to show my own ability. So draw 3. 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, change blessing.
There. 1. I'm going to do this again to keep the blessing in the back.
Okay.
So, and I lose a resource for that. So she is exhausted.
And damaged.
And damage, yes. 1 damage. 1 of 8.
Okay.
That is my turn. Yes, that is my turn. I am dark. Somewhere. I don't know where my little thing is. Oh, there she is. I was trying to find me.
Oh, you're trying to find Jacqueline.
I'm like, oh, I'm over here.
Alright, on my turn, first thing I'm going to do is move in to the circle. And here's the question. Do we try to search the circle?
I mean, I'm set up more for
Fight.
fighty than
Then let's fight.
search. I mean,
So
I
I
can
will
get
start-
to, I can get to
Yep.
clues, but otherwise I'm not going to get more.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for me because I'm testing right now at 2 versus 3.
I think we fight her.
Alright, so I'm going to start the fight. So she's exhausted. Excuse me. She is exhausted. And so I will spend a token, or sorry, a charge from the Enchanted Blade. So I get +1 fight. Actually,
You
stand
get
by.
+2 fight.
Oh yeah,
if
+2
you're
fight.
If you're
Yeah.
spending it, right?
Yeah, it's +2 fight. So, which is nice. So she is at fight of 4, so that'll put me 5 versus 4. I will, in fact, what I will do is I'm going to use, you're out of yours.
Yeah,
Right.
I've done mine.
So I'm gonna, before I even fight, I'm gonna have a premonition. So I have 1 action.
So the premonition is not a skill test yet, right?
No, it's just I fast play during any lightning window, and I can put a token on premonition, seal it on premonition. So I'm going to seal the 0 on premonition. So I will.
Before you reveal us, like I'm going to use my crystal pendulum on something.
Yeah, so you can use it on the premonition essentially. Yeah. So now I will have Enchanted Blade.
Okay.
Spend a charge. This is my second action because this is a fast.
Okay.
So spend a charge. I get +2. So Mary is at 5 versus Annette's 4, and that is all she's going to do.
Okay.
And then so that is the skill test.
Well,
now I would reveal something. So I'm at 5 versus 4.
So I'm gonna exhaust this and say 1.
Okay.
And so.
Right.
Okay.
Guess what? I failed. I succeeded by 1, Aaron.
Woo! I didn't know that was gonna happen at all. And then I draw a card.
You draw a card, and I put premonition up here.
Got a scrying mirror.
So that is 2 damage on Annette. Total.
Ooh.
So Annette has 3 damage. That was my second action. For my final action, I think, because I want to spend these charges wisely, I think,
No.
because I don't have a fist plus up, and you don't either.
I've got 1, but
But you need that.
I'm gonna end up
Yeah.
putting the flame out.
Yeah. So that is why you need that. So, and I need my money because I need to be able to cancel attacks from Olive McBride.
Okay.
Or not Olive McBride, from Annette. So what we'll do on my last action is, so this does 2 when I empower it, She's at 3 now. I'm going to attack the Coven Initiate
Okay.
with just the blade.
Okay.
So 4 versus 2, and I will use Olive to reveal 3 tokens. So token 1, token 2, and token 3.
Ooh.
I will take these 2, which is Elder Sign and a +1, and I will ignore the -2. So I get to immediately add a blessing to the bag.
I'm gonna put this here just as a reminder.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah.
Okay.
And so then that kills the Coven Initiate. Okay, that's what we are. That's the type of play we're looking for here. That's the type of play we're looking for here. Okay, that is my third action, and so I go dark. You are also dark, so we move to the enemy phase. There is no enemy that is readied, so now we go to the upkeep phase. We unexhaust cards.
Well, we got to do her. At
Oh,
the
that's right.
enemy phase begins.
Oh, that's
Discard
right.
the
She
top
could
3.
actually.
She could ready.
Wait. So is it
Okay.
when it begins?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Discard
This
the
is
top 3
important.
cards.
This is important.
Because she could ready.
Yes.
1. Oh.
Okay, so we get a witch, and 2
and
and 3. Okay, so the witch, this Coven Initiate has a revelation, which discards the top 2 cards.
Oh, so
But
do I resolve her first and then do this one, or does it matter?
I think that we were resolving this. We discarded the 3 cards. We got a witch.
Okay, the witch.
And then we
play,
put
now
her
we
in
put
play.
2.
Now we resolve her.
Okay, 1 and.
It doesn't matter what
Oh,
we
as
reveal.
long as it doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Okay, so she stays as is, but she spawns, and so I think I should.
I was gonna say I can probably take her.
Okay, do you want to? Because you have,
Yeah.
you do have a lot of soak there at
Yeah.
the moment.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna take her. But does she do it? She spawned there, but she doesn't attack me yet, right?
Well, so what does she say?
Discard the top 3 cards. Spawn
What-
each witch enemy.
After the enemy phase. After the enemy phase. So she doesn't attack because we finished the enemy phase.
Oh, after.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was at the beginning.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So she doesn't attack. At
Okay.
least. Okay. So now we have upkeep. Sorry. Upkeep, and so Annette readies, and I will
You're gonna
take
take her?
Annette.
I'm fine with that. Upkeep. These turn. Money and card.
Money, card, please, oh please, oh please. Oh, interesting. Scene of the crime. Now I'm getting stuff for clues. That is the end of the turn. End of the round. I put a blessing in the bag.
Okay.
But at least scene of the crime has a fist icon on it.
So the scene of crime, you get an additional. You get 2.
You get 2 clues. You can pull 2 clues.
2, 4.
There are 6 clues.
I mean, I can get 2 clues with 1 card. I don't know. It's hard to. I mean, I figure that we're.
Let's
we're
see what
fully
happens
invested.
with the Mythos phase.
I gotcha.
Because we're pretty damn close to just the Mythos popping.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we're pretty fully invested in fighting right now, so.
Yeah. 2 Doom go on because of the witches at the end of the turn.
Okay.
Now, at the end of the round, now we have the beginning. So we have 1 more Doom. So we are 2 Doom away from the end of the game. We have, we've taken cards and money. It is now time to take our
So
punishment.
really, if we don't kill Annette or get the clues, we.
Yeah, we have to do one
It's
or the
gonna be
other this turn.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. Now we're on badness.
Badness.
Okay.
Demonic Piping, Surge.
Okay, so that goes into here, right?
Yep.
And then draw another one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dissonant voices. I think that decides our fate.
Cannot play assets or events.
Yeah. I think that decides our fate. Frozen in Fear. Great. That's great. That's just great.
It costs an additional.
So I can only take 2 swipes
fights.
total.
Mm.
Let's see what. Okay, well, I mean, that's where we are, right? So this is the last turn. Yeah, this is the last turn,
Yep.
no matter what, because Annette adds a doom.
So I think you should go, and we should try to. Oh, sorry, that's fine. You can try to do as much damage as you can with your 2 actions.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I can whap her on her head.
I think so. I think that's exactly what we do.
Maybe.
I have a lot of blessings in the bag, so there are 7 blessings in the bag.
Do you want to do Arbiter of Fate?
So I think it just kind of depends on who wants to use what. So I've got 2 fists to give to my tests total.
At least
Two
use
different
one.
cards.
I mean, let's say the first one. Just go ahead. I mean,
Yeah.
go ahead and you
Okay.
draw a third.
So I'm going to spend a resource, which gives me +2 fight. I'm at 5 versus 4. Then we have, I'm going to spend one of these. I'm going to make it 6 versus 4. Yeah, I think spreading them out is the play style we're going after. So I'm at 6 versus 4.
And you're drawing 3.
And I'm drawing 3 specifically from Arbiter of Fate. So, token 1, token 2, and token 3. Well, that's pretty darn good.
Okay.
5, so I was at 6 versus 4, so it doesn't really matter which one we choose. So we'll cancel these 2,
Okay.
and then take the -2, and that deals 2 damage to Annette.
Very nice.
So Annette is 5 out of 8. I will do a token. That is my last charge on the Enchanted Blade. This is my 3rd action. I will spend this Hand of Fate to give me, again, 6 versus 4. We're drawing 3 tokens.
Oh, sorry. 1 second. We're using my. You're using Olive, or you're using my ability?
Because this is a 2 damage, do you think we should do enchant? We should use your ability?
I think that's better.
Yeah.
Right?
So we're going to use Jacqueline to draw 3 tokens and cancel 2. So token 1, token 2. This is the follow-up to token 2, and token 3. So cancel the blessing and cancel these 2.
Yep.
Take the +1.
So that's 2 more damage on her.
2 damage on Annette. So Annette is now at 7 damage, and I have gone dark. I have a head icon that I can give to you.
Okay. So I'm going all in on the sword cane right now.
That's right. Do you want to use? Oh, I can't. You can't use olive.
Nah, I don't think I need to. So okay.
There are a lot of blessings in the bag.
So question: since I'm not really doing, I guess I'm doing a fight. Does
Yes.
this? But I'm fighting your person. Does she attack me as an attack of opportunity, or no? Because it's
No,
an
because
attack?
it's a fight action.
Okay. All right. So, but I don't know if the action is really exhausting it. Does that make sense?
Exhaust, sword, cane, fight. You're taking a fight action.
Okay.
Fight is what's in bold.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, not that it would kill me anyway.
Right.
So okay. All right. So I am exhausting. You may use your heads in place of your fists. So I am at 6 heads. I'm gonna make it 7.
8. I'll give you second wind.
7 versus.
I give you
she's a
plus-
4.
I give
Sorry,
you
8.
+1. 8.
Okay. So I'm at 8 versus 4. Is she
Mhm.
4?
She is 4. 8 versus 4.
And the worst one in the bag is a -4. So, right? Besides the autosave.
So technically, I should have tested Frozen in Fear.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That matters to the bag contents.
Okay. It's fine.
Okay. So I'm going to test Frozen in Fear as 4 versus 3 real quick. -2, that's a fail.
Okay.
That's fine.
Alright, so I'm still at 8, but my prescient is I get to name a token. I'm gonna say odd. No, I'm gonna say even. And reveal, so 8 versus 4. Oh my gosh, what is it? -3.
That's it.
Woo!
That's it. That's all you have to do.
Yep.
1 damage.
Conked on her head.
And
Sweet sword king.
that hits Annette for 8 damage total. She is dead. That is the end.
Woo! Oh my gosh.
That was fun.
That was.
Look at that.
So do we read the
Yeah, so the back of the act. Would you
Oh.
like to read the act?
Okay. What's that one?
Act
That's 2.
Act 2. Act 4.
If you advance by defeating Annette Mason, it's R1.
R1. And so we go to R1. I'll let you read R1. Go ahead.
I'm not reading the story.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about reading the story.
Okay. In the campaign log, record the witch's spell was broken.
I forgot to go get our campaign log. I'll be right back. The witch's spell was broken.
Yep.
Okay. We'll just do this for now.
That's fine. Witch's spell was broken. And then under mementos discovered, we got a mesmerizing flute and ritual components.
Mesmerizing flute and ritual components.
Each investigator earns 1 bonus experience as he or she gains insight into Arkham's
Okay,
mysterious
so
past.
let's do XP. We're at +1 now. Okay.
And then each investigator earns experience equal to victory X.
Victory X. All right, let's see what the victory value was. So we had the defeat of Annette Mason, which was victory 2. We have 1 of these Witch Haunted Woods over here. So it's 1. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we have +6 experience. League points, that is 6 league points. Because it's capped at the number of XP at 6.
Okay. All right. But we got 7 XP technically.
Yes, we get the 7 to spend.
Okay.
And if for some reason the mean of the league is higher than 7, then we will get that level of experience.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
So we get 7 right now,
Okay.
but at the end of the current week, if they take the mean of all the players,
Okay.
and that mean is the minimum experience for everyone. So if you got scored below the mean,
So
you
someone
get
like 10 or something.
right. Someone if the league was if they maxed out, I guess technically you could have had. We missed 1 experience here.
Oh, there wasn't. Yeah.
There's no victory there. So I guess if enough people max out the experience
Okay.
to cause it to be 8, then
Okay.
we would get 8.
I gotcha. Okay.
That's how I understand it.
Okay.
Um,
Do we spend those experience like now?
no,
Or...
we'll spend it at the end of the current at the end of this scenario.
Okay.
Like so this goes till Friday or Monday either.
Oh, okay.
Like Monday of the following Monday.
Okay.
And then at that point we will have scenario. That's when we do scenario 2.
Okay.
At
So
the
beginning
step.
Before scenario
Before
2,
scenario
we
2,
would spend
we
our-
spend whatever experience is higher. Ours,
Oh, that's right. Okay. I
ours
understand
or
now.
the mean.
I'm slow on the uptake, but I will get there eventually. So we're good. Woo!
New players for the league.
Oh my gosh, this was a lot of fun, and this was a lot better experience than the first time we played this.
I agree.
'Cause those witches, I swear, they just messed us all up last time.
I
We
agree
did
with that.
horribly at this. So,
I am very happy we got the good resolution.
and I like the dynamic right now between the two of us.
I do too.
I feel like Jacqueline's a little OP with her
Arbiter Fates. Well, you got Arbiter Fates in your opening draw.
I know, right? That will not happen again. But I think it was awesome. I enjoyed it.
Well, there you go. Well, so we'll say thank you to the audience, if there is an audience.
Oh my gosh.
And we will say happy investigating.
Yes, happy investigating. Thanks for watching.